what you can.
I told you how much I utterly despise reboot games.
No, you haven't actually.
I do.
Why?
They always suck.
What are some examples of these rebooted games?
This one.
Never even played it.
That fucking sucks.
Never played it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No Pokemon games are rebooted.
No, those are legit sequels, faggot.
No, they're rebooted. Every single time. Every single time.
Why don't you, do me a favor? Get the fuck up off me.
Thanks for letting me know we're recording, you jackass.
I never let you know.
For you. Don't be hating on rebooted games either.
Rebooted games are ass.
It's coming from the guy who wanted to get the new Devil May Cry at one point.
Did I get it?
Yeah. Because,
No, I didn't get it.
Because it was $60, but you'll probably get it if it was for $20.
It is $20 now.
Oh. Well, you'll probably get it then.
Sucked ass. That's why I didn't get it.
I heard it was good.
From who?
It got some good reviews. I think EGM gave it a 8.
It was ass.
I think. Anyway.
The game did not sell what Capcom wanted it to sell, just like this game didn't sell.
That wasn't Capcom, was it?
Devil May Cry? Yeah.
Oh, it was? Oh, I must be thinking of the developer. I thought Ninja Theory made it.
Yeah, Ninja Theory made it. It's because Capcom paid him money.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. You don't even play games. So.
Sure.
Speaking of games, why don't you tell us about...
I do play games, you motherfucker!
Where you
I've been
going?
playing more games than you have lately.
Where are you going?
We get my phone so I
Oh.
can text the con.
I was gonna say, why don't you play your, or talk about your little Pokemon game you're all
I've been playing this new Pokemons. I've been playing Project X Zone. I fucking pre-ordered that new Batman so I can play as fucking Deathstroke.
Why? So you can quit playing that just like you quit playing Arkham City?
Yeah, but I'll play as Deathstroke though. You don't understand my love for Deathstroke.
I don't understand your love for Deathstroke.
It comes from Arrow because he's cool in Arrow.
No, it comes from Injustice.
That too. But I like Scorpion better.
Right. Yeah, dude. Don't say that you play more games than me, because you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't.
What have you been playing lately? You're gonna pull out a bunch of games out of your ass that I know for a fact you haven't been playing because your account is on my console too, and I can see the last time you've been playing them shits.
You do realize that I have a PlayStation, right?
You do realize that I have a PlayStation too, right?
I have a PlayStation.
I have a PlayStation.
You don't have a PlayStation.
I have one in my possession that I can use.
Yeah.
That I use to play Tekken Revolution.
Obviously, you don't check it, or you would see that I do play games. Exactly.
Your games suck ass on PlayStation.
So shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyway, continue with your little games that you've been playing. I'm glad you're finally using my damn DS. You know you should have been using it to play Fire Emblem, the greatest game of 2013.
I can't. Unfortunately, when I went to go pick up Fire Emblem, the last copy was in a dark alley getting butt fucked by Project X.
Why would you buy it?
By what?
Fire Emblem.
I don't know.
It's already on the system.
Yeah, but I don't have it on my system.
It's on there.
I don't have it on my system.
You don't have a DS.
I'll get one eventually.
No, you won't.
Really?
Yeah, really.
How am I going to trade my Pokemons? You don't
What do
understand
you mean,
how
you gonna trade your
Pokemon's a
Pokemon?
lifestyle. You can't just pick it up and drop it. Like, I made a firm commitment to my Pokemons, to Chew. I already got one. I named him Chew. Commitment. I can't just let him go.
What makes this game different from any other Pokemon game besides being in 3D?
They redid everything so it looks good. The story's better because it's not so
What's the story about?
It's not really about anything. I mean, they cut out all the bullshit stuff that they made you do, so you can kind of get right to it. You can play with other people. You can trade other people. You can walk by random passerbys, and it will, it does all the stuff that, a DS portable system should do.
You still have to go to the different towns and fight the gym masters?
I think if you want to, you can. I don't know. Probably. That's the way that's their little formula for how they do these games.
Well, what's the new story? Because you said the story's new.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different. I haven't fucking read anything about it. I don't want to get spoiled. Look, all you need to understand is I got it so I can get my Pokemons, so I can roll around with the con, and that's about it. And just like I'm going to get Phoenix Wright in the next couple of weeks when that comes out, get all the people guilty.
So, sorry. You got Pokemon to roll around with the con.
Well, that and I like Pokemon.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if that was your only excuse for getting it, then why didn't you get the game we don't speak of?
What game we don't speak of?
Final Fantasy 14.
Because I don't want to play an MMO. I told you this.
That's an MMO.
No, it's not.
You run the other players.
It's different. It's not an MMO. They do have a Pokemon MMO, though, where you can do that. I was doing that with him for a little bit on the computer, too.
Yeah. You ever play a Dragon Ball one? Or did that not come out?
No, I didn't like it.
No?
It wasn't as good.
That sucks. I was really interested in that game.
Most Dragon Ball games suck. Except for the
but
new
it was
one.
an MMO.
They're doing a new one that kind of caught my eye because I could play as God Goku.
What, a new fighting game?
It's just a new Dragon Ball game. Would you consider Dragon Ball a fighting game?
Isn't that what they usually are? The Budokai and Tai Chi?
I mean, it's not a fighting game. They wouldn't have it at EVO.
Yeah, but Budokai was a fighting game.
You got parentheses fighting game. It's not
Why
really.
is it in parentheses?
Because it's not really a fighting game.
You had one guy versus another guy.
It's more like an action adventure fantasy game. Like you fly around. Not a Budokai necessarily, but these newer ones that they're doing.
Yeah, I don't like the newer ones. I like the Budokai ones when they were actual fighting games.
Then buy Budokai HD Remix and get all three of them.
No, thank you.
All right then.
Just saying.
Well, the new one looks good to me though.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you won't get that one either.
They never dropped the price on those fucking things, man. Raging Blast 2 is still like fucking $35. I'm like, really?
That's cheap.
For a game that's been out like 3 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, cause I want to get Lollipop Chainsaw, but they still want like $30-something for that game.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I would be willing to pay at least 15, maybe 20. There's the other thing too about having PlayStation Plus, cause they recently put what's his face Kingdoms of Amalur on there.
Where the fuck that is?
It's an action RPG game. It was actually really good as far as what other people were saying. And for the longest, dude, I was gonna buy it, but they ended up putting it on there for free. And I was like, all right. And I downloaded it, and now I'm scared to like buy other like older games now that I wanted to get back in the day, just because if I buy it and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, here's this game you just bought for free, I'm like, damn it. So
this just sucks being a cheapskate.
Call what you want, man. And I can't be tossing money around like all these ballers out here.
But no, man, I'm living the life. My Project X Zone,
playing Pokemon.
got my Project X Zone, got my Pokemons. About to get my Phoenix Wright on. Life will be good.
Talk to me about Project X Zone, because I was a little shocked when you had blatantly said it's the best game ever. And I just want you to kind of elaborate on that. I mean, you told me already, but tell it for the audience. Because before you start too, the reason why it was perplexing is because you don't play games anymore. So how can you say
that's
that?
Exactly why it's the best game for me, because the controls are simple and easy. I don't have to remember anything complex. Like some of these RPGs are ridiculous. The fucking paradigm shift, fucking this, switch to that, do this. Nah, son. I got 3 buttons. I got directional left, directional right, A, and Y. So I can do that. So that's the main reason why is the gameplay's easy as fuck. I already know how to do it. I didn't have to go through any tutorial or fucking submit anything to my memory.
Mm.
And the second thing is, the story, it does it itself. Like, you don't have to, like, wander around or remember what you're doing. It just does it for you. The game basically plays itself. I could sit there and, like, aside from moving the characters around, I could seriously just hit A the whole time, and it would go through the motions of doing something. But, that's my appeal to it. I could pick it up and drop it, and pick it up and drop it whenever I want. I don't have to worry about forgetting this or that or whatever. And it's got all the characters that I know and love in it.
Yeah.
And I get to do terrible things like rape the shit out of Jerry. Hate her.
What is the story in that game?
It has to do with dimensional tearing and things like that. Reasons for them to get any sort of crossover game like that. They have to do something cheesy because there's no way they can just say, "Oh, well, they just exist in that universe."
Yeah.
And you missed.
That sucks. It doesn't suck, but those games always kind of. It's interesting to see all those characters together like that, but I'm a story buff when it comes to my games, so.
It's not about that for me. Not with a game like this.
Yeah. That's understandable.
I like story just as much as the next guy, but if you're expecting that sort of stuff out of this game, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's what I figured, so I didn't get it.
No, you wouldn't like it anyways because you wouldn't like the gameplay.
What kind of gameplay is it? Because when I played it for the small amount of time that I did, it looked like a turn-based RPG.
Kind of is. But it's more dummied down. Like my little brother could play it.
Yeah, I saw that. And I lost interest after that. I'd rather just play Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I would rather you just play Fire Emblem anyway.
Because with you saying that, I get why you're saying it's the best game for you, but you didn't say that at first. You said it's the best game ever.
Yeah, it was my opinion.
And that would have been like me saying that Fire Emblem is the best, like, turn-based RPG game ever, and that's like the first one I've played, There's probably like better games out there.
No, Final Fantasy Tactics is probably the best turn-based RPG that I've played.
That's what I hear, and that's what most people say. And one of these days I'll get around to playing it, but I don't know. I just thought it was a little weird to you to say that was the best game ever.
I was excited about it. Games. Right now, I would say Pokemon's the best game ever because I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Not everything I say is meant to be taken literally. Sometimes I just say things because I'm excited to say it.
Uh-huh. I think you like to just say things being an asshole.
That too. I like this game. Probably the worst fucking game I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe the multiplayer.
You know what this game reminds me of? Fucking Turok on the N64. That's really all it is.
You know what? I never really got into Turok. It never interested me.
Neither did I, but still.
You look like you play Turok.
No. No way, dude. I was an SNES guy. I never bought an N64.
No?
Nope.
Never got any or SNES, but N64 was game. You didn't play Mario 64?
I went over to my friend's house and played it.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, at least play that game.
It was okay.
One of the best games ever.
See? I wouldn't say that.
I said one of.
I wouldn't say that either.
It is, though.
Anyways.
I don't think this game would exist if it wasn't for Mario.
Fuck me. Or Turok, you mean. Anyways, did you hear they're making a new Spawn movie?
Yes, I did. He's been saying that for the past, 10 years?
Yeah,
he was supposed to make a new movie and cartoon.
It's gonna suck ass. You know why it's gonna suck ass? Because it sounds like he's trying to play it super, super safe.
What do you mean?
He said it's... Did you read anything about it?
I read that he wanted to, not make it a superhero movie, but more of like a
supernatural he said it. His words were, it's The Departed with a ghost running around. That was the example he used.
Uh-huh.
Which tells me it's going to be a lot of Sam and Twitch.
So like Batman?
What do you mean like Batman?
Batman, the Nolan Batman movies was like...
Those are superhero movies. Really?
It kind of played more like a drama. Cause you know, like
Bane.
Well, no, like
Batpod shit flying around.
Well, we talked about this before. The third movie was like the most comic booky the series had got, but like before that, the Batman Begins was more of like him finding himself, and then the other half was like Jim Gordon fighting crime, and he was like helping him out.
This is a Scarecrow.
Yeah.
The fucking Scarecrow.
And then in the second
super
one,
villain. It wears a mask.
And then
shoots people with poison gas.
And then in the second one, they had like Harvey Dent, and he was like doing the whole thing where he was going after the mob with the Ricos and everything.
Okay, just because they have multi-character plots in the movie doesn't make it not a superhero movie.
I don't know. It wasn't like a full blown. I don't know where the hell I'm going. It wasn't like a full blown superhero movie like they normally are, like an Iron Man. It was more of like a drama.
Just
with
because
a superhero running around.
Just because they make it to where it's realistic and ultra realistic doesn't mean it's not a superhero movie either.
I don't know.
Dude, it had fucking Batman, a dude rolling around in a cape and a cowl.
I don't know. I think that's how Spawn's gonna be.
No, Spawn will probably be more like, you'll probably barely see him. All you'll see is some sort of weird, ominous cloud of some fucking shit. If they do it the way I think they're gonna do it, which is the way he's talking about it, I'm probably not gonna like it.
I think it's gonna be like V for Vendetta.
I never saw that.
Would you call that super? Oh, you never seen it?
No.
Never mind then.
But I mean, it can be done. But that would be, to me, the way that they're describing it, it sounds like it should be more of a TV show. If you're gonna get into that, it could work. If you're gonna get into that sort of thing where it's like, you know, do you have an arrow sticking out of your head? Oh,
no.
If you're gonna get into that kind of thing where he's just kind of a novelty, and you kind of see him every once in a while, or you know, it's basically just them picking up the pieces of Spawn, going around doing shit. Then. Yeah, make it a TV show. Don't make it a fucking movie, because it's going to piss me off when I don't fucking see him. You know, I watched this whole fucking 2-hour movie, and you barely get to see Spawn.
Well, let's see, because if it's called Spawn, then I agree with you. That is going to be stupid to where it's called Spawn, and you barely see him through the movie. Now, if they call it like, what was the other dude's name? Twitch and what else?
Sam and Twitch.
Sam and Twitch. If they call it Sam and Twitch...
Well, then it's a Sam and Twitch movie.
Yeah.
It's not a Spawn movie.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which is still fucking gay, because I don't care about Sam and Twitch. I like them as characters, but I don't want to see a fucking movie based on them. I want to see a fucking Spawn movie.
Yeah.
And he said, because Jamie Foxx is still wanting to play him.
I didn't know that.
Jamie Foxx has always been very vocal about being Spawn.
Mm.
He thinks that would be a good role for him. And Todd McFarlane mentioned, hey, you know, he still wants to do it. We're in no rush, because the way that the movie's going to be made, he can continue to play Spawn until he's like 60. That's the way the movie's going to be. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be physically demanding or anything like that. Which tells me they're going to like not really have him do a lot of anything. And if you're going to go that route, you may as well just have Heath David do the fucking voice for him and just make him computerized.
Keith,
whatever.
Keith David.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That guy was the best voice of Spawn ever.
Yeah. I'll wait and see when it comes out. I'm not gonna...
And they're only spending $10 million on it.
Not bad.
Are you kidding me? For a fucking movie that size? $10 million, that's all you're spending? $10 million, Charles. Do you understand how much...
That means they're gonna use practical effects.
No, it doesn't mean there's gonna be hardly any fucking effects in it. That's $10 million for the whole movie.
I don't think it'll be 10 mil.
It's what they said. I read it.
I think, dude, 10 mil is probably what Jamie Foxx would make. Or
right? That's what I'm saying. But
so
no, they said it's going to be $10 million is the budget.
It's not going to be 10 mil.
Dude, I read it. You saying that it's wrong?
I guarantee you they are not going to make that movie with a $10 million budget. That's Jamie Foxx. You're just going to have a movie called Jamie Foxx talking about how he wants to play Spawn? That's going to be your movie. Seriously. Trust me, dude. They're going to go above that. I would say I'd say he'll go around 30, maybe even 40 mil.
Spawn reboot as a $10 million film.
Dude, I read the story. I'm telling you.
$10 million.
And I'm telling you the same thing I said to myself when I read the story. I was like, there's no way they're doing that movie for 10 mil if they're going to get Jamie Foxx to do it.
Even the fact that they're thinking about it. That's still a bad sign because that means they're still trying to do it as cheap as possible, which is stupid. Todd McFarlane pisses me off, dude. If I ever see him rolling around here, God help me, dude. I'm going to tell that man a piece of my mind. I'll be like, look, I was a huge fan of you growing up, and you just shit all over everything that you made and made me not a fan of Spawn anymore, not a fan of Image Comics anymore.
Is it still going to be Al Simmons?
I don't fucking know. Who knows at this point?
Did they ever get that settled?
Yeah, from what I heard, they fucking hate each other now or something. I don't know.
So he can't use Al Simmons anymore?
I don't know.
No.
Like I said, I'm not a fan. I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
He pissed me off for the last time.
Yeah, I mean,
he can continue to. He can keep making fucking, football action figures and fucking sports action figures and baseball action figures and stop making fucking Spawn action figures. And fucking just keep doing whatever makes you happy, Todd. It's cool.
And whatever makes you money. Because the last time I heard about a Spawn movie was way back in the day after the original one. And Lawrence Fishburne was rumored to play as the next Spawn.
That'd be okay. I'd be okay with that.
This was a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
And so he was rumored to do that, and then later, like years after that, because I think I read about that back when I was in high school. I think maybe even in college.
Man. Why does she have a walkie-talkie?
Found it. And the next Spawn rumor I heard was that he was going to remake the cartoon. He was going to do a new cartoon, and he was working on that. That was years ago. That was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
He just finished the original one they were doing.
Oh, he did?
No, they need to.
Oh. I thought they did. I thought they had like 3 seasons.
They had 3 seasons, but they never finished the story.
Oh. Does the story ever finish?
They could have very easily, yeah. The way they were setting it up. Yeah.
Oh. I think the last thing I remember from the cartoon was when he saved Terry from like some opium den.
Yeah, that was cool. But
did you like the original movie? I did. Michael Jai White?
I mean, for what it was, I did, but you have to remember, I was a huge buff of the comics at the time, so I was kind of like, this is kind of unfaithful, kind of cheesy. John Leguizamo kind of killed some of it for me.
Yeah.
But I took it for what it was.
I liked it, because my brother is a big fan of Spawn. I think he read all the comics and stuff,
yeah.
And he got me into, because what came out first, the cartoon or the movie?
I think the cartoon.
Okay, because I think he got me into the cartoon, and that was how I got into Spawn.
The cartoon was like 97, and the movie was like 98. I think.
Okay,
I don't remember.
Because I didn't start reading the comics until I saw the movie. And that was when I first realized that, movie adaptations
fuck shit up.
Not fuck it up, but like they have their own like interpretations, so I don't like really hold that against them too much. I mean, sometimes I don't know. It's because we talked about this before too. Sometimes you guys switch some stuff up. You can't go through it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember reading an article about when they were talking about the way that Christopher Nolan was doing the Dark Knight. Or wait, it wasn't Christopher Nolan. It was
Schumacher.
I think it was Josh Whedon.
Oh,
where he was saying, people want you to be faithful. If you sit there and you go like, okay, what does the audience want? He's like, you'll never stop doing that, and you're never gonna have an original story.
Yeah.
If you keep constantly going, what does the audience want? What does the audience want? What does the audience want?
Yeah.
So you have to look at it as it's your own interpretation, and if people watch it, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, because you got to realize that I get it, because if you're going to make a movie based off of a comic book, you want to make it good for... Your main point is to make it entertaining for moviegoers. Because the comic people already have the comic for their enjoyment. The movie is just an added bonus. And if you go off of the comic, you know how convoluted the comics can get. And a moviegoer who goes and sees that, they're gonna be lost. They're gonna be like, "What the
Well,
fuck
I mean,
is going
there's
on?"
common sense here and there. You know what I mean? Like, look at the way. Prime example. Look at the way they did Captain America's costume in the Avengers. They kind of modernized it. It doesn't look all. You know, he doesn't have the big old boots. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the fish scales. Like, they modernized it.
Yeah, they modernized it, but it was still a little.
What do you mean? It's Captain America, dude. There's not much you could do.
I know it. I know it's Cap. I get it, but it's a little flashy, dude. So just
that's the whole fucking point. It's
I know.
red, white, and blue, bitch.
I know. It's still. I mean, it's like
But
X-Men.
let me finish my fucking point though. So they changed that up just enough to where they're like, all right, you know, you don't look like a fucking complete retard in it. But notice what they did with Iron Man. You fucking couldn't even really tell it's different from the movie and the comic books because
It's armor.
it's armor. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I can see where they take liberties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure there's some nerds out there that are like, that doesn't look like Captain America to me.
How'd you feel about the X-Men costumes?
See,
Because I thought they were cool that they had them wear all black and shit.
I
And
didn't
was like,
mind
that makes
it.
sense.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but at the same time, they set that whole movie up so far off from where the comic books were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you kind of had to just that was one of the things you had to look at it as its own thing.
Yeah. Well, dude, X-Men is a prime example of there's way too much story to try and translate into the damn movie.
A lot of it is just bad decisions, though, too.
What was a bad decision in X-Men?
The whole third movie.
I have to watch the third movie again. I don't remember the third
And
movie.
this is from a
being as bad as
huge,
everybody said.
huge Dark Phoenix fan.
Yeah.
Huge. Fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
dude, but Phoenix is, you gotta get space in there.
Well, but she wasn't even the real bad guy in the movie. It was fucking Magneto still. That's the whole thing. The whole thing was, when it comes down to it, she was just kind of there, and Magneto was still really the bad guy. She was just kind of a zombie after a while.
Well, yeah, because that's the most interesting story for X-Men is the fact that you got Xavier who has the school, he has the kids with all the special powers, and he's trying to make them fit in. And he's also trying to help them protect everybody, you know, in the city. And you got Magneto who's like, no, we don't need to be protecting them. We're the superior race. Like, you guys need to see that.
Yeah, but
they just go with that arc for that trilogy.
But
like, you can't bring in like Mr. Sinister.
But they didn't really. You can set it up. You can set it up. I think that back in the time when those movies were getting made, they didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Now they know how to do it to set shit up. But like I said, it was the same fucking movie 3 times in a row.
I think they were just trying to follow that arc, and like you said, back in those days, like they didn't know how to bring it out into the galaxy to introduce Thanos like they do now.
But I'm still skeptical on the new X-Men movie though.
I am too, because I don't like time travel.
Neither do I. Seems to be a big theme now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it because most of the time, except for Back to the Future, time travel is a very depressing subject, dude. Like, because at the end of the day, they just show that you can't make anything better. Once it's done, and you know, if something does change, the entire thing just changes. Everything's fucked. So it's really depressing. So I'm not a big fan of time travel arcs and stories, with the exception of Back to the Future and Turtles in Time.
Speaking of Turtles, that was a good segue because that was one of the things I was going to talk about. They signed on to my other favorite TV show, aside from Arrow, Ninja Turtles, for Nickelodeon. They're doing another season.
Oh, yeah. Season 3?
Well,
aren't they on season 2 right now?
No, they're on season 2. They bought up the rights to season 3 or something like that.
Oh.
But, that's not what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about is they had this cool thing where they were talking about there's going to be an episode or a couple of episodes where they like go through like Dimension X, speaking of time travel. And you're going to see the 80s Turtles. And they're actually going to get, because one of the guys that does the voice for, I think, Donatello, he was actually the original Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to get a couple of the other guys that did the voices for the original Turtles and have them do the 80s Turtles in the show.
They're going to be computer generated? Like
I don't know how they're going to do it. They didn't say how, but they said that they're going to do like a Dimension X thing where they go to the 80s.
All right.
I think it's fucking cool. Because to me, that whole show is just a big throwback anyways. I think they did a really good job with it. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
I've seen a couple episodes.
I think it's phenomenal. I think that if I had kids, I'd be making them watch that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make them watch that one or the old one?
I'd make them watch the new one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've always thought about that. Like, if I ever had kids...
What kind of shows would you make them watch?
How would I get them into... Because the thing about me, because we were talking about this at work too, because I'm 28, and I know a lot about like old shows like Wonder Years and fucking Leave It to Beaver, Matlock, and the Andy Griffith Show and stuff. And they're like, how do you know about all that stuff? Like, how do you know about Voltron?
Nick at Night?
Yeah, Nick at Night. And I was just like, dude, I'm the youngest out of my my siblings, but the fact that they were older than me, like they introduced me to a lot of stuff. Like when Power Rangers came on, when Power Rangers first started, like my brothers were like, oh, this is like Voltron. And I was like, what the hell is Voltron? They showed that to me, and I started watching Voltron, you know, along with Power Rangers. And so that's how I know about that, and that's how I know about like G-Force, Gatchaman, and like G.I. Joe and stuff. And forgot where I was going with that. Kind of lost it. Oh, with the Turtles, I was wondering how I'd do that with my kids. Like, if they started playing video games, like, would I have them start out playing like PlayStation 6, or would I like bring them all the way back to Nintendo?
You're not gonna be a Nazi and like
Here's
make them
Metroid.
do it, like be like, this is all you get, blah blah blah. You're gonna let them do whatever the fuck they want to do within reason,
Yeah, that's true.
and then you can just, you know,
But I don't want them to be naive, man. Because, you know, there's kids nowadays where they got no fucking respect for the oldies, man. Like, they think, like, music today is, like, the end-all, be-all. And it's like, music today is kind of shitty.
that's why you show them shit like this podcast, and they go, oh, I didn't know that you were into that sort of shitty Tomb Raider fucking Turok N64 graphic game.
All right? Oh. When does that come on? When they go to the 80s?
They haven't said yet.
Oh.
The season 2 hasn't. I don't think it's started yet.
You know what other show you should start watching?
No.
Avatar.
I watched Shield.
How's that? Would you watch the first
Have
one?
you- yeah, I watched the first episode.
That's it?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
this is whatever. I mean, it was. I think that the quality and production value is extremely good. It's basically like Avengers as a TV show, but the story was weak.
Yeah.
The story was really gay. That was lame that they're doing extremists, kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of like, come on, dude, really. But you know, it's a safe bet type thing.
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't watched any new episodes yet.
Well, how many episodes are they on now?
I think they're on 3. I got them recorded. I just haven't like sat and watched them. Fuck off me, wolf. Damn it.
Break his neck, Call of Duty style.
Damn it.
Break his neck, Call of Duty style.
I'm dead.
Oh my god.
I forgot that they do the fucking button prompts. Anyway, what else are you trying to talk about?
You got anything?
I got plenty of shit.
No, you don't.
I do.
You got.
Probably shit that you don't want to hear about. I was
Final
kind
Fantasy
of
14. Yeah, I'm not gonna hear about that.
no. I was
Actually, until further notice, I'm banning that game from the show. You can't talk about that game.
I only talked about it once.
It was enough for me.
I was gonna talk about TV.
It's fine. You can talk about TV.
We're still talking-
You realize it's pretty much what you've talked about like the last 3 shows.
Because that's what I fucking do, man. Watch TV
I
and play
thought you
video
played
games.
so many video games, so I mean, I'm talking about any video games.
I can tell you that. Remember when I told you about how I played my buddy in Madden?
Yeah.
So we played a rematch.
Did he beat your ass?
He beat my ass, dude.
He was training.
I guess he was, because like I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "You ready to get your rematch on?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm gonna fucking murder you." I was like, all right. I was like, you wanna get your revenge on the Texans, or do you want to get a piece of the Vic? He was like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, because I'm gonna murder you. And I was like, all right, Texans it is. So like I started playing, dude. He was fucking intercepting everything. He was fucking
Why were
covering
you throwing
my
the
guys. I was trying to run. He had to run. I wasn't getting that many yards either, and I ended up losing. I think the score was like 52 to like 15. So I told him next time I'd just go ahead and get the Vic. I learned some new tricks. I talked to our boy Tay Arb, and he gave me some more insight on like what to look for, like how to read the defenses. And I started putting that to my game online, and so far I'm on a 2-game win streak. One of those games was a rage quit.
They do that a lot in Madden.
Yeah, like I was playing. I
kind of don't blame them either, because those games are so fucking long. Like I wouldn't sit there and get my shit pushed in after I knew I was gonna lose either.
Well, here's the thing. Like I was playing the guy, and I think we only got to 2 quarters, and every time he shot the ball, I intercepted it. Every time he ran the ball, I like fucking made him lose yards. So like he was shut down, and I kept scoring on him. By the time we got to the second quarter, I think the score was like 21-0, and he just fucking flat out quit the game. And I was like, I guess that kind of makes sense since we're only in the second quarter, but I've been in that situation too where everything I tried didn't work and I was getting creamed, and I kept playing because I was like, let me just figure out what I'm doing wrong, or let me try and figure out what this person's doing, and then I can like put that into my game.
You're trying to
and
adapt.
get better. Yeah, like you're not going to get better if you just quit everything, you know? I mean, otherwise, what was the point of you buying the game? Are you just because as far as I'm concerned, he's gonna be fucking rage quitting on everybody.
Well, that's my whole thing with people who play video games in general, especially in fighting games. Like you can't you can't just pick something up and expect to do good at it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why there's tutorials in games like this, and I don't know.
But that's my whole thing though. Is like I knew when I bought Madden. I mean, I don't know that much about football, so I'm not gonna come into the game expecting to just beat everybody. You know, I'm expecting to play against all these people who are like super good. They know everything there is to know about Madden. So I know I'm gonna lose a lot, so I'm not gonna just like rage quit all the time, unless of course I had to go somewhere. But
well, I mean, I take that back. There is some games that you could just pick up and do okay at without thinking.
Some more sports games?
No, just in general, like games, like Call of Duty's like that.
Yeah.
Call of Duty takes no fucking skill. You just pick it up and fucking pop people.
Yeah,
because it's 99% of chance. It's just chance. You happen to fucking see that guy. That's what people don't understand about those games is that yeah, you can say that you're getting really good at them and stuff. But really all you're getting good at is exploiting the way the game is played.
That's every game, though.
No. But in those games, it's different. Because a lot of it has to do with connection. Because that last one was really bad.
Black Ops 2?
Yeah, connections were so fucking... Like, there would be games where you'd just be getting murdered because you had a shitty connection. And then you get on a game where you had the good connection and you just rape everybody.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that... The new one getting ready to come out, they're actually going to have dedicated servers. I thought they always ran on dedicated servers.
Nope.
That's weird.
Post migration, dude.
I did not know that.
That's why those games are so broken, man.
I don't know. Like, when I played them, they seemed fine to me. They weren't as worse as Gears 2.
I'm going to be honest, dude. I don't know if I'm going to do Battlefield.
Alright.
Because it looks like...
it looks the same.
It looks the same, man. I'm so tired of that shit. How many different ways can you play a game where you're running around with a gun and you shoot people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's no different from...
Don't even say fighting games.
No, this game.
Oh. No, this is different, though, because it's not... I mean, how heavily do you rely on...
Tell me you're recording.
I did.
Maybe he wants to get on the show.
Well, he should Skype call me then. Which we can do that now.
Yeah, you could.
But, I I forget what I was saying. No, this isn't, dude. When the entire game is like this, and it shows you with a gun in the two hands, and that's 90%. Like you can't make that go away ever.
Yeah,
that gets old to me. Like, and Call of Duty kind of does it cool because they'll work in some other stuff, like cool little mini games, like where you're still first person, but you got like button presses that you got to do. You know, like they kind of do cool things like that, but
I don't know because it's you've seen Watch Dogs, right?
I don't think so.
The game where you hack shit. The guy walks around in a little trench coat, and he hacks everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, everybody's making a big deal about that game. They're like, "Oh man, it looks so good," and you do this and you do that, and they just kept talking about everything in that game, right? And this is before I've seen it, so I finally got to see a video on it, and it's pretty much just think Assassin's Creed in modern day, and you can hack shit. That's pretty much what it looks like. You hack shit, you take cover, you start shooting people, you got your little stealth missions. And I was like, is this really what it's come down to, man? It's just everything is a fucking shooter now. Like it's either going to be a first-person shooter or a cover-based shooter. So, I just think like, and that's why I'm excited for games like Knack, because that's a lost art in games now. The adventure platformers. I want more of that stuff. I mean, I want more diversity. I want more games like Catherine, some puzzle games, some more RPGs, but everything's shooter now, and it's getting kind of boring, like you said, and I don't blame you for not being interested in Battlefield, because it looks the same.
I mean, well, that's the thing. I try to get excited for it, like I just know how it's gonna turn out. It's gonna be
just like Titanfall.
I can't. Well, no. Just the way that it will be. Like, you're not gonna be able to play it because you work late, and you're like the only reliable one.
Mm-hmm.
Khan's not gonna play it because he's getting a PS4. He's not getting an Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Then why don't you get a PS4?
Because I don't want to get a PS4.
Why don't you get both, like me?
I might.
That's all you need to do is just get both. Honestly, if I were you, the way you are about games right now, I would get neither. If you were serious about video games, I would get both. Like me.
That's too much money for me to blow. I don't want to waste that much money.
You don't get both on launch. You get one.
I'll probably get an Xbox on launch.
Yeah, you get an Xbox on launch, and then you wait like a year or two, and then you get the next one. I seriously wouldn't get neither on launch because the systems are pieces of shit.
You get a warranty
when you first get them. That ain't gonna help.
Well, you get warranties,
still gonna fucking break.
Nah.
Just make sure you get the warranty at Best Buy.
Fuck Best Buy, dude.
Wherever you get it from, just don't count on Microsoft.
I know, I'm getting it on GameStop.
Cause I got my Xbox at Best Buy, and they were like, if anything goes wrong with it, they was like, just turn it in, and we'll give you a brand new one. It was like, do not send it to Microsoft. And I was like, why? It's like, cause they're just gonna give you a refurbished one. And I was like, oh, all right.
I don't give a shit.
Of course, my fucking shit broke after the warranty expired naturally, so.
Well, yeah. Anyways.
God damn it, Khan!
Oh, he's not in the fucking chat. You're not in the chat room? What the fuck?
Get in the chat room, Khan. What else? What was I talking about when you asked me?
You're talking about Madden.
Well, yeah,
I asked you what other games you're playing. So made people rage quit on Madden. Yeah.
Play Final Fantasy a little bit.
I told you you can't talk about that game.
Oh yeah, shit, my bad.
Shut the fuck up.
I downloaded Kingdoms of Amalur, but I'm probably gonna start playing Journey real quick because I heard that game only takes like 2 hours to beat.
Why don't you get a real game like fucking Kingdom Hearts Remix?
Cause that game takes a lot of time.
Oh my god, it doesn't take any time.
Yeah, it's boring. Cause I wanna play Witcher again. I only played that game for a little bit, and I want to get back into it. And that game's gonna take a while to beat as well. So if I put Kingdom Hearts in there, it's gonna be ridiculous.
You gotta get caught up before 3 comes out, dude.
Witcher 3?
No, Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm not. You know, I'm not really into Kingdom Hearts, really.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know. I think it's because I got stuck.
You know that's how Versus is gonna play, right?
You mean 15?
Whatever the fuck it is.
No, I didn't know that. I thought I was gonna play like a standard RPG or standard JRPG.
No. It's
No?
gonna play like that.
No.
Didn't you see the gameplay
Well,
videos?
I don't know for sure if I'm getting 15 yet.
Did you
I
see the
gotta how
gameplay
this
videos?
goes. I don't think I did.
Oh.
I just saw the video where they introduced all the characters. But yeah, trying to pick XCOM back up so I can beat that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you dead still?
You mean am I dead?
You should get
Yeah, I'm dead.
you should find another Chew and just make him like your son.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but
Is my guy dead? You don't even have a guy for me yet, do you?
I do. He just hasn't been in the he hasn't been in the field yet.
That's good. Keep him out of the field.
Right now it's
keep
just-
him alive.
It's just Arb and Dice.
And keep him out of the field. I thought you said Dice died. Oh,
She
didn't die?
almost died. She fucking I had her evacuate.
You had to run
Yeah.
like the coward she is.
I told her that too. I was like, you fucking ran. Everybody died to save your ass so you can get back to the ship.
Hey, Con.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Con?
Thank you for joining us.
Con, I need your PSN name so we can play the game where I'm not allowed to speak about.
No, you need to tell me how to find you on the Pokemon game, Con.
And I need to know what server you're on the game that we're not supposed to speak about. And that's it. I'm done.
You stop speaking about that shit. Yeah, I got the Pokemons, Con. You should be happy.
I was also gonna talk about Dexter, but
Yeah, we're done talking about that fucking show too. Fuck that show.
yeah, I started watching this show called Longmire.
What is it?
Longmire.
Hey, have you heard that show Blacklist?
Yeah,
Is it good?
I didn't watch it.
Oh. One of the dudes at work was telling me it's like his favorite show.
I was gonna watch it, but
But he's a black guy.
what does that got to do with
I
anything?
think the main chick's on there like a really hot black chick.
On the blacklist?
Yeah.
You sure it's not Sleepy Hollow?
No.
Sure?
No.
No.
Are they gonna rape you? What the fuck is going on?
No. Did you watch American Horror Story?
No, I don't watch that show.
You might want to watch this one
Why?
because it's kind of like X-Men. It's about witches.
And I saw they had a big witch thing.
Yeah.
I gotta get caught up on Mad Men, dude. I haven't watched Mad Men in forever.
No, watch American Horror Story because it's about witches and they got a school for the witches.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw the commercials.
Yeah, they all got special powers. Like one chick kills dudes by sleeping with them. And
She's a succubus.
yeah, she kills them by sleeping with them. Another one's like a human voodoo doll. Another one has telekinesis. Another one can read minds. It was messed up, dude, because in the first episode, this guy raped the one with spoilers. This guy raped the one with telekinesis, and they ended up like him and his boys, because they were at a frat party. Him and his boys got on this bus and drove off, and the one chick was trying to catch him, and the chick that got raped ended up like walking out there and flipped the damn bus over and killed everybody in it except for like 2 people.
That's what you get for getting your rape on.
Yeah. And the guy that raped her was the one that ended up surviving, but he was in a coma. So the chick, the succubus chick, ended up going into his room and like closed the blinds and everything and fucked him right there to kill him. And I was like, that kind of sucks, dude, because
He went out with a
yeah,
like a good way.
I mean, if I go out, I wouldn't mind going out that way. So it kind of sucked that he was able to get that and die, even though he wasn't conscious. But still, it just sucked. But it's pretty good so far, man. It's a lot better than the second season. The second season was horrible. This one's a lot more focused. But Longmire, as I was telling you, you might want to watch that because Katie Sackhoff is in it.
I don't know who that is.
Chick from Riddick. dude is choking me out so bad. Chick from Riddick. Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. Cute face, big old lips. Badass. Jesus. Miss Marvel. Chick who's rumored to play Miss Marvel.
Oh, her.
Yeah, she's in it. That show's pretty good. I've been watching a lot of cop shows. Like I told you, I was watching Luther last time. Because I'm working on trying to do this comic strip or this new comic character, and it's gonna involve cop shit. So I've been watching a lot of those. This one's about this sheriff in Wyoming who solves murders and crimes and shit, and she's his deputy or one of his underlings. So it's pretty good. What are you laughing at?
I accidentally banned the con.
Why?
Oh, I did it on accident.
Why did you ban him?
I unbanned him. I just did it really quick.
It's like our most loyal person.
He's not.
And you banned him. What else do I got? Oh yeah. Remember Machete Kills, the chick I was telling you about with the machine gun tigs?
Yeah.
It wasn't Ava Guerrera. It was Sofia Vergara. I want to clear that up. If she ever saw this, I didn't want her to get offended. I want to let you know too. I am taken, but I'd dump her for you. What? Why are you looking like that? She's hot, man. Don't you know who she is?
I like Lady Gaga better.
She's cool, but Sofia Vergara, man.
Could you not get choked out by that guy again, please?
I killed him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought he fucking choked you.
Let me see. I think that's it. That's all I got for like TV and shit. Unless you want to talk about porn.
How about I choke on my own spit?
You can do that too.
Give me some of your water. Sorry, it's that Taco Bell.
Did you want to talk about Taco Bell?
No, I don't want to talk about Taco Bell. But anyways, all right. So I think we're fucking done, aren't we?
I said we're done unless you want to talk about porn.
We can talk about porn.
But I think the subject I was going to talk about, I think we already talked about it before when we first watched it. When you first watched porn.
Oh.
Like when you first got into
Oh,
it.
dude, come on. I just fucking, you try and get your hands on anything you can when you're a kid.
How'd you get your hands on it?
A lot of times it's by accident. Like, I rolled into, I remember I saw some fucking... They used to have these, like, porn newspaper ads that you'd have to buy.
Like Vegas?
Kinda, yeah. They had them in, but you had to pay for them outside this donut shop by where I used to live. And remember when you had sixth grader hands, you could sneak those little bitches up into the back of the thing and pull them out.
I remember that.
Well, it's the 951. That's how it was back in the day in Riverside, California. That was like my first time I ever got my hands on anything cool. And it was trashy, like, newspaper smut.
Was it the one where they have stars on their nipples?
Yeah!
I hate those.
Well, it was for what you could get.
I know, but still. It's like softcore porn.
It was, but it was fucking bomb for me. But anyways, no, I don't, until the internet came out, you really couldn't.
Well, like I said, I think we already talked about this. I'm pretty sure my first time was at my cousin's house because he had a black box. And he was like, because I went over there one day, and I think this was back when The Sandlot came out, and it was on pay-per-view, and he was watching it, and he was like, "You want to watch The Sandlot?" And I was like, yeah. I was like, but seems like it's already over because you know back then you had to record it if you want to keep watching it, and he wasn't recording it. And I was like, well, it's halfway over, so obviously I can't watch it. And he was like, oh no, it'll come back on again. And I was like, what, you gonna pay for it again? You guys balling like that? He was like, no, we got this black box. And I was like, what's a black box? And he explained it, and he was like, he's like, pretty much get all the channels for free. Like we can watch all the pay-per-view channels. He was like, we can even watch the porn channels. And back then, and I still remember the numbers, it was, I think 33 was Playboy,
41 was Spice,
and 32 was Spice. Yeah, this is Milwaukee, so remember that. So yeah, so he turned that on, and I was like, nice. And I just been watching it ever since.
Yeah, you always had that friend that had the black box.
Yeah, and like you said, after that, it was pretty much whatever you can get your hands on. Like, you know, somebody had magazines, or like some of my friends knew where their dad's magazines were, and others had black boxes.
I remember magazines were the shit back in the
damn
day.
it, I can't aim for shit.
I have to make a me.
Fuck! You had to what?
I have to make a me. Oh, you got a perfect shot on his head.
I know it's hard because I'm trying to like dodge his shit. This isn't Call of Duty, okay? The aiming is gravy. So, you want to end it, or you want to talk to the con through
No,
here?
we just keep going.
Going about what? What is he saying? He's making me.
I have to make a me to add him on Pokemon.
Oh. What's wrong with my me?
I don't want to use your me. He's black.
Oh, I know. Okay, so back to the porn thing. So
okay.
I was talking to this chick last weekend. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to get him in trouble. But she was saying that she has never seen a porn in her life or been to a strip club ever. And I kind of find it hard to believe because when she told me that, she was like, I never seen a porn ever. And I was like, oh, I can change that right now. And I like whipped out my phone. I was like, here you
That's
go.
That's awesome.
And she was like, no, I don't want to see it. And I was like, what do you mean you don't want to see it? She was like, I don't see the appeal of it. And I was like, how do you know if there's an appeal or not if you've never seen it? Like, you don't have anything to really judge it off of. Oh shit. I was like, you don't really have anything to judge it off of, so you don't know if you're gonna like it. You don't know if you're not gonna like it. And she was like, no, like I just don't see the point in watching it. I don't see what you get out of it. And I was like, I like naked chicks.
Bust
like,
nuts.
Yeah, I was like, I like naked chicks. I like to look at them. That's what I get out of it. And she was like, but what about your girlfriend? Can't you just look at her? And I was like, yeah, but every girl is different. So, like, that's pretty much what I get out of it. And then she was like, yeah. I was like, well, it's just like a strip club. I don't know why I would go to a strip club. And I was like, you go to a strip club to see naked girls or guys. And she was like, how would you feel if your girlfriend went to a strip club? And I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. And she was like, that doesn't bother you that some guy is like throwing his junk in her face, like dancing around? I was like, no, just like it doesn't bother her if some chick throws her junk in my face or whatever like that. It's like, it's their job. That's what they get paid to do. They're paid to dance. And she just like was so perplexed by it, and I just couldn't get a read on her. I was like, is she really like this naive and really doesn't see, like, have some kind of like actual opinion on this, or is she faking? Like, maybe she did like back in the day and she just got fucking traumatized by it or something. Like, who knows? So I just thought it was really weird that she was like that. Because I mean, it's kind of a simple thing to accomplish, It's not like skydiving. Like, I've never been skydiving. I've thought about it, but I don't think I'd ever do it just because I have like I like my life. I'm afraid my parachute wouldn't open. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a choice, like, let's say you never been skydiving and you never seen a porno, which one would you be willing to do just to get out of the way? You do the porno, right? It's more accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kind of looked at it that way. But then, you know, you take it a step further and it's like, never been fucked in the ass before, but I wouldn't do it just to see what it was like. So I guess I can kind of see her point if I like flash a phone in her face and say, "Hey, here's a porn, you know, check it out. It'll be your first one." You know, if a guy was, if like a guy came up and said, "Oh, you never been fucked in the ass," like, bro, I'll do it real quick just so you can see what it's like. I wouldn't do it.
How do I find my friend code on here?
You're not even listening to me.
I'm listening to
Turn
you.
this fucking show off.
I'm listening to you. You're just talking about stuff I don't want to talk about anymore.
All right, stop the show.
Oh, I'm not done talking about the show.
What the hell else you want to talk about?
Why PC games are better than console games.
Oh, yeah.
But I need to know your friend code first. Where's your friend code?
Your friend code should have been the first thing that popped up when you went to your me section, ain't it? So entertaining.
Where's the friend code? Is that it?
No. View my me's? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, work your own goddamn shit.
I haven't used that in forever. Last shit I played was
You
Fire
said it was
Emblem.
up here with the little smiley face.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
Where is it?
Go to that. Right there.
Oh, okay.
The thing that says friend code. You dumb son bitch. I think I'm lost again.
That's not a big surprise.
Shut up!
Anyways.
Talk about your stupid PC gaming.
Okay, I got
Why
notes.
you think it's better.
Let me get my notes. I made a big thing of notes, too. Because it's true. But essentially... I mean, mouse and keyboard support. If you are going to play those stupid shooting games, that is the best way to do it, in my opinion. It's more accurate. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Shit.
So mouse and keyboard. That's a good reason. Number two, and probably the main reason, in my opinion, is the high resolution graphics are ridiculous. Like, you know I have AE for this, right?
Yeah.
I played AE with the max settings on here. It's like a completely different game. It doesn't even look the same. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like the difference between HD Remix and, like, the original Street Fighter 2. Or, like, Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid Liquid Snake. Like, that's the difference is that essential. Right?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. You're not saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to finish.
And the other thing is, on most PC games, they have free mods, like, and free games even, which are more like, I mean, and I know they have free games on Xbox and all that shit, but it's not the same. You can go on Steam and fucking buy Team Fortress now for free, and the amount of content that they give you in Team Fortress 2, fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
I have a bunch of notes.
I'm listening.
The games are cheaper online. You can get them cheaper on PC. You're not stuck with having to pay for Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. You don't have to worry about DRM shit. You have unlimited storage space. You don't have to worry about the shitty ass fucking hard drives on your shit or updating, you know, that shit. Go Red Ring of Death.
Okay.
Console failures. Those are all my notes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, everything you just said is the same exact and tired old story that every fucking PC nut says when they compare a PC to a console game. And here's my counter to that. I don't like using the keyboard to play games, to move my characters, hotkeys, and all that bullshit. I don't like doing that. Why? Because when you play it for an extended amount of time, you get this shit. You get the fucking claw hand, okay?
I never
because
had that.
you got to keep your fingers on the keyboard because there's so many fucking keys on there. If your hand slips, if it moves slightly, ever so slightly, your fingers aren't going to be in the right place. You got to look down to get your fingers back. At least this is me that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's you. That's fine.
And I've done that in situations, like in key situations where like I need to move out of the way or get somewhere at a certain amount of time. And because I fucked it up and moved my hand, I ended up dying. Because I was hitting the wrong key.
Yeah, but you have that problem on fucking...
No.
You have that problem on console games anyways.
No, because the thing about console games with a controller is that nowadays with controllers, you know, I'm so accustomed to them. I don't even have to look down to see what button I'm hitting. I don't have to look and see where the D-pad is. I can go to the D-pad just like this. Just like I can go to the control stick. Just like I can press A, B, Y, X.
I don't know. I see you struggling with some shit every now and then.
But
So
I can still do it without looking. Whereas it's like when I'm playing on PC, you know, my hands are gonna be all over the place, and sometimes I'm gonna fucking move it somewhere and fuck shit up.
Well, the other thing is that you don't play on PC.
And I used to play on PC though. This is why I like to have this argument with people, is because I used to play on PC. And one of the reasons why I don't do it anymore is for the simple fact that you got to upgrade that shit like at least every 2 years, maybe even 3, but you might even have to do it every year. But
no, you don't.
I used to play on PC. I bought my games, and every time you put a fucking game in, you need this disk drive, you need this kind of program, you need to download this, you need to download that. It was always something that you had to download. And what people need to understand is you know, you want to talk about unlimited space. You don't have unlimited space. You have as much space as your hard drive can take. And when you're downloading,
you realize there's external storage devices and things, right?
They have that now. Back in the day, they didn't have that.
I'm not talking about back in the day.
And even today, if you still do that, you know, downloading all the shit that you have to, you're gonna have all these external devices and memory cards and memory sticks laying all over the place along with your games. It's way too much of a hassle to game on the PC. For
really
me,
not.
For me, it is. It really is, dude. I really don't feel like dealing with that shit.
All the stuff that you're saying though is personal preference.
But this is the reasons. These are the basic counter reasons to PC gaming though. As far as like the mouse, yeah, it's easier to aim because when you use a PC and you use a mouse, everybody's used to pointing and clicking, and that's pretty much all it is in the game when you're playing like a shooter. I think it takes a lot more skill to do that with just your thumb than it does with a fucking mouse.
Yeah, because it's fucking ass to try and shoot with the analog stick.
So when you get it down packed...
Who gives a fuck about skill? Why do you care if it's harder or easier? That's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't matter. I would much rather be able to just fucking play with a mouse and fucking actually shoot shit instead of trying to struggle with the fucking shitty-ass Xbox controller, because Xbox controller is ass.
How are you going to say it's more hardcore to play on PC when it's easier?
I didn't say it was more hardcore. I said it's better.
That's what a lot of people say, though.
I didn't say that. That's not what I say. You're misconstruing everything.
But anyway, so that's why I don't feel like dealing with the whole mouse and keyboard shit.
All right, personal preference. But you understand that it's more accurate than the
I understand that.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Personal preference, but you acknowledge that it's easier to aim.
As far as graphics go, I'm not a graphics whore. I don't need, like this right here, I don't need to see every fucking raindrop in this game. You know, I don't need to see that one piece of her clothes or her clothes are a lot wetter than another part of her. Like, I don't need to see all that.
No, but it's like the difference between a Blu-ray or a regular DVD.
I still buy DVDs and I have a Blu-ray player.
Personal preference.
I'm just saying, I'm not like, it's the same with like Xbox and PlayStation 3. You're not gonna notice this type of shit unless you're switching back and forth between them. If I was switching back and forth between PC,
that's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
notice it a lot more.
If you play a game, like I said, if you play AE at home and you play it on Xbox, and you come over to my house and I put it on the laptop, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
I'll say, wow, this game looks really good, but it's not gonna make me go out and start playing on PC.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying it's better on PC.
I already know that, and we've known that since fucking console games came out, that it always looked better on PC. That's fine, dude, but I'm not about to go out to the store and spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a fucking gaming PC that probably still isn't even powerful enough to run Uncharted.
That's personal preference.
And as far as their games go, about them having discounts and them giving them away for free, they do that because barely anybody buys them on the fucking PC.
Dude, PC has a very big following of people.
It has a big following because they get shit for free.
No, I mean, you can look, two of the biggest games in the world,
And
Period. The biggest games in the world right now. Dota 2.
And Team Fortress 3.
No, not even Team Fortress, dude. League of Legends.
League of Legends. You go play those games. You tell me how you feel afterwards.
I do. League of Legends was fun.
You get your ass.
I don't have enough time playing it
on a daily basis.
Me and the Con fucking ran this shit on fucking League of Legends. How Con?
Go play my cousin. He'll beat both of you guys.
No, we would play with him
by himself.
He'd be on our team.
He won't be on your team. He's gonna be like, you guys fucking suck.
We don't suck. We were good. I can't remember who I played as in that game. I wanted to play as the wizard chick.
Bottom line is, dude, I know games look better on PC, and I won't say they handle better. Like I said, I don't like using the keyboard, but at the end of the day, I don't give a shit.
So it's all personal preference, but
I'm not going back to PC.
But it's the same thing if you were to say that games are better on PlayStation 3 than on Xbox. Yeah, they're better because the hardware's better. They can make them better. You don't think the games are better on PS3 because it's got a better processor and all that shit. You don't think the games look better?
Talking mechanically?
No, I'm talking about graphically and mechanically.
Graphically, the games look better. Mechanically, I would not say they're better because I don't like the position of PlayStation's control sticks compared to Xbox. Mechanically, they run better on the Xbox because development on the games are started on the Xbox.
You're missing the point, though. The point that I'm saying is that PS3 is a more powerful system.
Yeah.
You acknowledge that.
Yeah.
You acknowledge that the PC is more powerful than both consoles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
What was the point of that conversation?
Well, the rest is all your personal preference, but when it comes down to it, you admit they're better.
So you wanted to have a discussion on something that we both knew since, like, back in the fucking Nintendo days.
No, I just wanted you to admit that they are better on PC. Your personal preference is your personal preference.
You're talking about look-wise.
But because all the reasons that I listed why I like playing PC games, you say you don't like. But you acknowledge the fact that they are better.
You're talking about look-wise.
No, anything-wise. Dude, do you know how much better games run on PC than on the consoles?
No. I don't have a high-end PC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's very better. It's a lot better.
But here's the thing. If I were to play on PC, I'd have to use this.
You could use that.
So what's the difference?
That's your preference. I'm just saying, if it was, I mean, but I use my fight stick. Obviously, I'm not going to play like AE on a fucking
exactly, because it's a piece of shit. Why would you want to play a game with a fucking keyboard?
I'm saying, in certain games, it's better to have a keyboard and a mouse.
What game?
Any shooter.
The only game.
Any shooter.
The only games that I prefer to use a keyboard and a mouse, the only games or RTSs. That's it.
Any game, any
Nope.
shooting game.
Nope.
Then you're gonna be missing every shot you shoot.
I would play a first-person shooter with a controller over a
Dude,
keyboard and a
that's
mouse
such ass.
any day.
That's like, you know, that's like saying that you'd rather play like a fighting game with one of those hitbox controllers where they're all buttons. That's basically what you're saying that
that
you
was
want to
actually
play.
fun when I did that.
That's fun, but it's not gonna be the most effective way to play.
It's not, but still.
So you're saying that you don't really care about winning or any of that shit.
I need to be comfortable. It's just like how some people prefer a fight pad and some people prefer a fight
Yeah, you
stick.
used to do that, and then you went away from that.
Yeah, no, I do both now.
You don't play fighting games now.
I do play fighting games.
When's the last fighting game you played?
Fighting
That
game
wasn't
I
with me.
played, I think it was Blade Blue.
On Vita?
Yeah.
On Vita. Hard to play on Vita.
Yeah, the buttons are small. And I'm afraid I'm gonna break your sticks, so I don't play anymore.
I don't give a shit.
I give a shit. It's an expensive ass system. But yeah, dude, that was a pointless conversation.
They're better on PC, dude.
It looked better, but
No,
I'm not.
they're
Like
just
I said, I'm
better
not a
in
graphics
general.
whore, though.
Like if this game was running on PC right now, you'd be like, holy shit, it's way different.
I know. I've noticed that when I played Left 4 Dead. I first played Left 4 Dead on PC.
See, that's
And
another
when
game
I-
that once you played it on PC and you went to the console, I wouldn't be able to go play it on the console because it's ass on the console.
But that was what I did. I played it on PC, and then I ended up getting it for the console. And when I was playing it, like the graphics weren't as good, and the gameplay was a little slower. Like it wasn't as responsive on the console. And I noticed it. I was like, oh man. I was like, this is like completely different from the PC. But I eventually got used to it because I don't go back and forth from those two systems. Like I noticed a hell of a difference on PlayStation and Xbox because I jump back and forth between them so much. I don't do that with consoles and PCs.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like make a big deal about it like other people do. And there's like, oh, this is so much better on PC. You know, like the fucking Marns were like, oh, I don't play without my fight stick. I only play with the fight stick.
Well, that's different because there's a lot that goes into fucking fighting games and things like that. Like you could sit there and practice for hours and hours and hours with your fight stick and put in a lot of work to be really good. And then somebody challenges you and you're like, well, I don't have my stick with me, so you're really gonna not be winning against me.
Yeah, see,
But people will still take it that way.
And that was my goal when I started using the fight stick, is that I didn't want to just like be dominant with the stick. I wanted to be balanced with both. So like if we ever went to an arcade, I could play. If we ever went to somebody's house and they didn't have sticks, I could still play. I wouldn't be sitting in the corner saying, I don't have my fight stick, so I'm not playing.
Well, you're not a top player though.
I'm not a top player. I just want to play a fucking game though.
Right. But if you were a top player,
So
you probably wouldn't think that way. Oh, Pika!
no, if I was a top player, I'd still think that way.
I could get me this Pika. Oh, it's a female Pikachu. I don't want him. I'm gonna kill him. Pokeballs.
I mean, like, right now, dude, I don't own a Wii. If when Mario Kart comes out, I will probably buy a Wii just to get that.
Wii
game.
U or a regular Wii?
Or a Wii U. I would probably buy a Wii U just to get Mario Kart. You know, if they came out with a bomb ass Mario game and Zelda, like
you
all
wouldn't
the
get
big ones, I'd buy it.
They are coming out with that though.
When Crysis came out for PC and everybody talked about how great that game was and how good it looked, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'll check it out. And I looked at the specs and compared it to my computer. No fucking way I'd be able to play that game. I was like, well, so much for Crysis. And to this day, I still have not played that game. And it's on Xbox. And I want to play it, but I just have no interest in doing it right now. But, like, I don't have that drive to play PC games anymore, dude. I'm over it.
Really happy I caught that Pika.
Get shanked up, Wolf. Get shanked. Get shanked. Give me my money.
Why'd you gotta kill the wolf like
Because
that?
he tried to kill me.
Maybe you should have given him your body. And...
So I stained my hands with his blood.
That's another game we should be playing.
No, we shouldn't. I'm tired of you playing fighting games. Least you can do is play them online, for Christ's sake.
I was gonna play KOF online and be like, I don't want to play KOF. No one wants to see that shitty game.
No, you were gonna fucking play some fighting game in the training mode like you always do, which is boring. They don't want to see you play in training mode. They want to see you fight. They want to see you hunt man.
I told you I'd play on the online.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I was gonna start doing Marvel again.
I didn't
too.
even give you a chance to tell me what game you were gonna play. I just flat out said, you know what, motherfucker? I'm playing a game this time because your dumbass can't play a game and talk at the same time.
I can play and talk.
No, you can't.
I did it last time.
Bullshit. This is you playing last time. You were playing the game. You were like,
I played
yeah,
GTA.
And I'll be like, oh, so. What do you think, Steve? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, fucking.
No, you fucking cut me off all the time, anyways.
You deserve to get cut off.
No.
You're an asshole. What's Khan saying?
I think I banned him.
Stop banning him.
Dude, it's really hard not to.
Tell him to bring his friends. We need more viewers so we can start making shirts. Maybe we can quit our jobs and just do this. How long is this shit, by the way? Isn't it time to stop right now?
Yeah.
What the hell else you got to talk about?
Yeah.
Start again and record another show.
You want to record another show?
Fucking stack them. Yeah, figure out what you want to talk about.
Okay. Now I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you. At the Tools on Twitter. At Boss PHX on Twitter. YouTube/Superior07. Tell us to make a dedicated YouTube for the Bad Podcast. Steve won't listen to me. Tell him to do it, he won't listen.
Okay, ever.
And a Twitter for us. Bad Podcast. Follow it. Not made yet. That's it. Are you still looking for a song? Just play Genova!
No.
Play Genova.
I don't like these ads.
Ads don't like you.
Why does everything have ads in it now? That's what we could talk about next show. Because I'm so sick of getting ass raped by fucking ads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I am saying, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, boy!
You know what I am saying?
You got something on that?
Yeah.
You feel like a man now?
Yeah.
Feel better?
Yeah. Should I stop recording?
Did you?
Start asking you that shit. Am I recording now?
Don't take my shit. Don't let them in there. They gotta think that's real.
It's not video.
You asshole.